Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Rob. Joining us is Holly.
Hey guys,
And
it's the JRPG crew.
Look what I have found at E3. The same thing I found last year, but this time a different area. This is Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age on PS4, a game that anyone who watches the channel regularly will know I am beyond excited for. Final Fantasy XII, one of my favourite Final Fantasy games. Holly, you keep on saying you didn't play it first time round, and now you're excited for it. Hopefully this new area is gonna make you even more excited for it. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
Yeah, no, I did watch the I did sort of play the beginning part of Final Fantasy XII, and for some reason I never followed through. It's the only Final Fantasy I've never really finished. So every time we make these videos, I'm always like, I'm really excited, I just want a new Final Fantasy. So for me, this is going to be a new Final Fantasy.
Yes.
Jealous, Rob?
I'm sort of jealous, but also not.
Also, no. Stop trying to push your luck.
Yeah, but I just love this. So this is a ready-made save.
What's that? Is that a Malboro?
That is it's a Cassie.
What's a Cassie?
I don't know.
You're about to find it. You're about to kill it.
I'm about to
you
kill it.
have some serious magic there.
I know. So we did a video a while back about the Zodiac job system. Penelo seems to have been given the job Black Mage, and at this point in the game, she's very, very good at being a Black Mage.
She is.
See?
You are destroying.
She's breaking the damage limit there. 10,000 damage on that little Malboro.
It didn't stand a chance.
No, it didn't. Good. I'm glad it didn't stand a chance. But we've got some, this is going to be a video that just showcases some of the cool combat, basically, and just how good it looks now. We've got some good gambits set up. Penelo is set up to hurl magic at everything, basically. Redass, you will see, is the bald pirate with the colourful trousers. He's like a guest character. One of my favourite guest characters that you get. Usually you only have 3 people in your party.
Oh,
but in
really?
certain times in the story, certain sequences, a guest character will join you. And this is a bit where a character called Redass joins you.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Because, yeah, you normally, it's very rare that you get additionals on top of what would be your party limit.
Yeah.
You normally, if you got to like lose someone for, and you're like, I don't want to take somebody out to my party to have
looking at you, Final Fantasy XV.
Yeah. Oh, no! Leave Final Fantasy XV alone.
I will not. But, oh, yeah, 12,000 damage. 12,000
That's massively destructive, quite frankly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you get to a point in Final Fantasy XII where you're... it's one of the... You can get so powerful in this game. And it does have, I do believe, the most powerful secret boss in any Final Fantasy game.
Oh, really?
Now, you know Final Fantasy games always have their secret bosses who are way more powerful than the actual
Ruby,
final boss.
Emerald, Alpha, Omega, and Ultima.
Final Fantasy VIII has Omega Weapon.
Yeah, I defeated that, by the way.
You defeated Omega Weapon?
Well, yeah. As long as you don't have level... Because it's level 5 death, which means that anything divisible by 5 dies.
You have to be level 99.
Yeah.
And you also have to have lots of hero drinks, if I remember rightly, because it doesn't move on you. That absolutely destroys you.
If you just use a triple triad, you just take down one of the cards and you distill it, and it gives you like 100, I think it's heroes, basically, and you just use that. Or is it maybe the ultimate? The one that gives you all your limit break.
Very nice. I defeated Ozma in Final Fantasy IX, and I also defeated Emerald and Ruby Weapon in Final Fantasy VII.
I didn't do both in 7, I know that much. You're better than me at 7. I didn't do both.
I did not defeat all the nasty ones in 10.
Oh, no, they can absolutely do one. No, Dark Aeons can do one. Anyway,
we're getting distracted. There's a hunt, basically. You can do lots of hunts in Final Fantasy XII.
Okay.
Obviously, some are easy, and they get increasingly difficult. The toughest boss in the game, I believe he's called Yamzat.
Right.
I think the record for the most hit points of any Final Fantasy enemy. I can't remember the exact number, but I know Penance from Final Fantasy X has 12 million hit points.
Yeah, Penance was awful.
And he had the record for the most hit points of any Final Fantasy villain before Yamzat. I think he's bordering on 50 million hit points.
Imagine just like having that argument of a square office being like, no, we're gonna do better.
50 million.
We're gonna top that, and we're gonna have the most powerful one of all.
And he's a legendary enemy, Yamzat. Like
even I know that name.
You do the battle, and it takes literally hours.
Oh god, that's awful.
And at any point you could muck it up and die and just start all over again.
Which I would do. I like that you swapped party members on the fly.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite.
Just wanted to show off some of the new party members. So I was controlling Pinello at the beginning. I'm now controlling Bosch, who, by the looks of things, is a dragoon class with this excellent spear.
I like the fact that you can change on the fly, but does that mean then you really have to keep everybody's XP up and you've got to be swapping people in and out?
It does, but I think the people in your party do get experience.
Okay, so that helps. Because
Yeah.
I remember Final Fantasy VIII when it came to the missile mission, and
Yes.
like I had to split off, and I was like, oh god, I didn't level those 3 up because I don't like them as much.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the job system, you're gonna have to use all of your characters because not everyone is gonna be able to do everything like was previously in Final Fantasy XII. So you're gonna want to level up your black mage, your white mage, your time mage, your warrior, your monk, your dragoon, basically whatever you've got.
I'm loving these little creatures.
I love killing them.
Well,
Go on, Bosch. Bosch and Van with the
Having
1-2 punch
fun.
there.
I do like that you've just basically poked it.
Yes.
Like you weren't sure what else to do, so you've just given it a bit of a
Poke
poke. Design on these creatures is amazing.
Yeah. They are called Cassies. Putrid breath. Not bad breath. Putrid.
But I know as a Final Fantasy fan, anything with breath in the title is probably worth avoiding.
Yes, that is right. I mean, they are a type of Malboro, clearly. We saw some other Malboros, didn't we? Like Malboro
Yeah.
Overkings with their little crowns and
they
them
have a little
twirly
moustache.
moustaches as well.
That was I really like the design on those. I know the Moogles in these had a crazy redesign.
Yeah, they almost look like rabbits. They were more rabbit-like than cat-like.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
was a real big sort of diversion from what we were used to seeing. Look at them. Just want to smush it.
So, what are your thoughts, Holly, on 12? Because I always think it was a bit ahead of its time. It has the structure of it is quite MMO-like, and I would liken it in terms of its battle system and the structure of its world to Final Fantasy XIV, which I know is one of your favourite Final Fantasies.
Yeah, and I think maybe when I originally played 12, I didn't get on with the battle system because I was still in turn-based land.
Yeah.
And like for me, Final Fantasy really has evolved past that. Like it still has it and it's still there, but it's also done a lot of new things. So I think now I'm a 14 player, I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable coming back to 12. And I think that battle system's going to be like, okay, yeah, actually, I like the pace, I like the speed, I like the idea of the damage dealing. The gambits look really cool, but also things like with gambits, you can get really overwhelmed if you're not careful, but these don't look that hard to understand, but hard if you want to master them.
They start you off very simple, so when you get your first gambits and you're setting your first gambits, there'll be things like ally, HP less than 50%, use a potion.
Yeah, cool.
And then later on you'll get far more complicated things, and also the ordering of them, they're kind of layered, so the ones you have on the top take priority over the ones underneath. So if you have a situation where, I don't know, say one of you has a drop in HP, but then someone else gets a status effect on them, like silence.
Yeah.
You could have it so that when someone has a silence, your gambits make you cure the person with silence before you heal the HP
God,
of
that's
other
so
people.
in depth.
So you have to prioritize what actions you want to take. Otherwise, the person with silence will just never be cured because the person with the gambit will just be healing constantly, and they won't, the commands to get rid of the silence won't take effect. So obviously you need to change up your gambits as well, depending on what you're fighting.
Yeah.
So if you're in an area with loads of enemies who use fire magic, you probably just want to, you know, buff up with shell.
That's quite
Or
clever.
use defenses against this. Here's the boss.
That
this
is a
lovely
incredible
undead
design.
dragon.
What a design. I'm totally digging 12, and I think when I was younger
Yeah.
and tried to play it, I was always quite upset that I wasn't into it because even the characters, I like the design on them. I like the world they've made.
It looks like Vagrant Story. It's
Well, yeah, I
very
mean-
much the same team that made Vagrant Story. I mean, that roar there from that dragon and the little shake of the screen.
Yeah, and you get
it's
the
just
blur.
Vagrant Story. That is Vagrant Story, and I absolutely loved that game. Vagrant Story in my top 5 of all time. Let's kill this boss. Let's kill it good.
I've got a feeling, Rob, that you did kill it good,
I did.
and that you're
I mean,
excited to show off how good you killed
maybe.
it.
I foolishly used quickening here, not realising that my other 2 party members had been put to sleep. So it's just Bosch.
Okay, so we've talked about quickenings before in our last video. In fact, if you want to see more from 12, we have other videos on the channel.
Yeah.
But quickening, to me, if I'm going to try and there's like limit breaks, but if you're quick, you can chain them to almost ridiculous
We'll
numbers.
see that later on in this fight. At the moment, I'm just going to do a small chain with Bosch because he's the only one who's got the the missed charge. Basically, these are moves that you unlock on the license board. Think of it like Final Fantasy X sphere grid progression system. Each character has 3 missed attacks, 3 quickenings.
Right.
And they each have varying levels of power. The one I'm using with Bush here is his level 1 quickening. You can see the Flame Purge there had 3 symbols next to it. That's his level 3 quickening.
Okay.
And so each character has 3 bars of missed charge. And so if you use the most powerful one, it will automatically drain all 3 bars. And when your mist is drained, you have to do a thing called a missed charge if you want to use another quickening attack. And it's easier when you have all 3 characters doing it because you have more chance of receiving the missed charge. And if no one has a missed charge, you have to press R2, which cycles it again, and you get another chance to get a missed charge. So I don't know how well I've explained that. Basically, see, I'm pressing it now, and I didn't get the missed charge in time.
Visually,
and
they're
my time is
so
up.
pretty, aren't they?
I mean, it's ridiculous, really. You go from just hitting something with a stick to summoning 12 massive swords made of fire and annihilating this dragon boss with it.
So pretty. Really impressed by, like...
And sorry, go on.
No, I'm waxing lyrical over how pretty it is, which I can do far too much, so you carry on.
And the amount of quickenings you chain together affects what finishing move you get. This is Inferno, which is a finishing move that happens when Bush uses certain of his quickenings. If you use a bunch of level 1 quickenings, you obviously get a lower finisher or a lower powered finishing move.
Right. So you have to sort of make the gamble on, like, what you're going to use and how many.
Yeah.
He's got quite a lot of hit points.
So we didn't do much damage to him because it was just Bush, and he was mainly using Fulminating Darkness, which is his level 1 quickening.
Right.
So basically, I think the idea is to swap out some party members now.
You're like, that's it. You're going on the subs bench. You're getting in the A squad.
So we've got Varn as the leader now. I mean, we're doing quite a lot of damage to him. So get out, Bush.
We've had enough of you.
In you come, Ash. So Bush has had all his mist drained, so I've brought Ash in, so everyone, you can see underneath their HP, they've got the 3 glowing bars.
Right, okay.
They're all fully charged, so everyone's full of mist.
Uh-oh, that means poor zombie dragon.
Yeah. So basically I'm gonna weaken him here with Penelo, who's got white magic. I'm using Curaja on the zombie dragon.
Of
because obviously
course.
curing magic deals damage to undead enemies.
Oh, that's
as any Final
classic.
Fantasy fan will know. So that we're doing 9,000 damage to this thing with each Curaja.
Do you know how I learnt that as a kid? Because I didn't understand it when I was very, very young and playing Final Fantasy for the first time. I think it was the salt plains in Final Fantasy VIII, and I got attacked by a zombie.
Oh, yeah.
I got confusion put on me, and Irvine used one of my Phoenix Downs on the zombie and then killed it.
In one go?
In one go.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
man.
Oh, I understand it now.
There's a boss in Final Fantasy VII as well, I think, in Red 13's home, Cosmo Canyon, the G-Tribe boss. I just used an elixir on it and it did 5,000 damage. It kills it in one go. Okay, I think this boss is ready to be quickeninged to death now.
All right, okay. You're going to do good now.
So everyone's awake. Everyone's got their mist fully charged. It's time to chain some stuff together.
Okay, show me the good stuff, Rob.
Okay,
I want to see this now.
Resplendence, we're starting off. This is her mid-level one. You can see it takes 2 mist bars off her mist charge. So after this move, Ash is going to be left, or sorry, Penelo is going to be left with just 1 mist charge left. So she can only use her level 1 mist attack after this.
Okay.
Unless we get a mist charge, in which case she can go back to her full
right,
power
in
again.
which case you're going to press R2 to try and cycle that to try and grab that mischarge.
So hypothetically, there is no limit to the amount of these you can chain together.
Luck, right?
You can get lucky, and obviously there is a time limit as well, and the more you do mischarge, it drains the time quicker.
Right, okay.
So if you're constantly pressing R2 to get a mischarge and nothing's happening, the time will just go and you'll be gone.
Damn.
But hypothetically, I think when I played Final Fantasy XII the first time, I did get into like the 70s and 80s with the chains on these.
Oh my god!
I mean, that takes a long time, because each move, as you can see, is not short.
No.
It's not in a little attack. It's, massive. But getting a good... there's the mischarge, look. And Penelo's going to use her level 2 attack again. But you want to get a good mixture of level 1, level 2, and level 3 attacks, because that will give you a better chance of getting a good finisher. So Ash, after Penelo has done this, is about to use her level 3 quickening, the Maelstrom Bolt, which looks unbelievable.
This... I always remember, and I've mentioned retro tinted spectacles before, but I do remember 12 always looking quite good, actually.
Yeah.
But this is lovely.
Look at this. It looks so good. And just the character design. Oh.
It's aesthetically, there's something about 12 I find quite striking.
The world of Ivalice is just a really beautiful place.
It
I mean,
really
it's the
is.
world of Vagrant Story, it's the world of Final Fantasy Tactics, so it's that kind of art style. And, oh man, I just love it.
Come on, Vagrant Story. Come back.
Man, you can play it on PS1 Classics.
Yeah, you can.
So here's the finishing move. How many hit points of damage is this going to do?
Should kill it, right? That was pretty impressive.
It was impressive, wasn't it? How many? 24,000. We've not quite killed it. Just a few more prods and it's down.
I like that. So close. Give it a quick prod. That should finish it off. All that glamour just for one poke with a sword.
Yeah.
That is.
And
love
now
the design.
You are down, zombie dragon.
Rip zombie dragon.
Yeah.
Very impressed, Rob. Well done.
So there you go. There's another little look at Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age, which is coming very, very soon. We're in June now. It's less than a month away.
It is less months, but they might even have another video between now and then as well.
Yes,
if people want to see more, we'll have another video.
Well, we've played some more of it at E3, so
yeah.
I mean, I always want to make more videos of Final Fantasy XII. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video, Holly. Thanks for watching, and thanks for watching me chain quickenings together for about half an hour.
Pleasure.
Please do stick with us. Let us know in the comments if you're excited for Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age, and do stick with us because we have absolutely loads more coming up from E3.